So I started dating again because I was bored and I wanted to see what was out there. Downloaded Hinge, went on a couple dates, and I will be giving this back to the Lord. Forget it.
So again, this is very popular, right? Clowning men and saying that it's their reason dating sucks. But if we can be real, right, for a second, just be real and about what she just said. I started dating because I was bored. Because I was bored. Not because I started dating because I was looking for someone to partner with, not because I wanted to enhance someone else's life and journey throughout this world together. No, you were bored, right? You did a thing to alleviate boredom. You did a thing for fun, and you did not like the result that you got from it. We need to get back to a place where we understand garbage in, garbage out. The effort you're putting into this dating thing, when it doesn't work, you need to understand why it hasn't. And a lot of it comes down to yourself. You went on something like you used Hinge, which is notoriously has its issues for people complain about quality, and that's very real. You didn't give it a real effort, though. It was just enough for you to validate what you've been hearing and then add to the same sort of nonsense dogpiling conversation that is popular online. What did you accomplish? Right? Really, outside of wasting your time and someone else's time, absolutely nothing. We've got enough people saying, well, what's the point in dating? What's the point in this? This is just becomes another nonsense point. But we use it to highlight a very real thing when you're not moving with proper intention, and some of this is new to me, right? This some of this is new to me. When you're not moving with proper intention, what can you expect of the result? Realistically, when you're not really putting in real effort, what do you expect to happen? Is that quote, when you aim low, you hit it all the time. Before we continue and do a deeper dive into this, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. Still doing two a day. Some housekeeping, membership is open. You can access it on your phone if you want to have access to more exclusive videos that we won't really make public. Uh, then there's I'm toying around with the idea of making a Patreon, so another way I can give you value outside of YouTube. There's a lot of changes that I foresee for myself in the upcoming future, gearing up to make a lot of transitionary shifts to become better person than I've been. I think that's always the goal, and I want to create an area where I can actually highlight that and take people on the journey with me, hopefully inspire some people to change. As I hope this channel has been an inspiration, just saying what happens when you set a goal, you just nail it with discipline, and you keep going and you keep going, you keep going. People can see the results of that sort of hard work and maybe inspires them to do something for themselves on their own, and they can actually share that story as well. I'd love to hear if that has been effective at all. But back to her video. And I use this one because it's a very clear, it's a short one, but it's a very clear indication that whenever you put in lackluster effort into something and you were disappointed with results, the first thing you should look at is yourself. Very first thing you should look at is yourself, not simply implying that the dating scene is trash and the men are the cause of it. When we often talk about dating, about the scene of itself, and we don't give enough credence to understand that we are part of that dating scene as well. When we say dating pool has piss in it, yeah, we're pissing too, right? You're not aware of it. You got a catheter. You're pissing right now too. Your lack of effort, your lack of very real effort actually helps piss in the pool. But it becomes cool. It becomes fine. It becomes in vogue to say these things, to beat down on men verbally in a sense that it's just like, yeah, it's not popular to have a boyfriend. Men are only good for this. And even that they can't do. A, a, a great man is just a normal woman. There's very There's very little spaces here where women are talking positively of men. Not simply, I say positively. What we see a lot of, we see women coming to men's defense and defending men against some of the rhetoric. But this isn't the same as speaking positively about men, about uplifting men, about saying that no, that they have value, that there is a place and a purpose for them on this planet. A very different thing. It's not even really that nuanced. But highlighting what she said in this video, that yeah, I tried it for fun, for fun. You didn't put any real effort into that, and whomever you ended up dating, I feel for that person. Sometimes it's not, you don't meet the suave version of the guy. You meet him on his way there. You become part of his story. Are you going to be, the another obstacle he had to overcome, part of the horror story? Or are you going to be someone that says, you know, it didn't work out, but I left with a positive sort of impression? I'd rather be the latter. I'd rather say, hey, we didn't work out, right? We didn't go past a date, 2 dates, but the way he treated me, the way he listened, the way he took care of things, I was better for the experience. We don't highlight these things because it's not popular. Because once you say something like that, it goes against the sisterhood, it goes against the bro code, and people don't want to hear about even failed experience, even them being positive. We want, we're miserable and we're looking for company. And it just so happens we've got the space for as many people as possible. You didn't put any effort into something and then you're surprised or you're rejecting the result of it. Okay, look at yourself. And this is not a physical dig at her or anything like that. It's just saying, look at your own self. Look at your own amount of effort that you put into a thing, and then get upset when things don't work out. Why? Why is a standard almost for it to be, you know, external? The very first place it should be, it's always internal. Whenever something goes wrong in your life, the first place you should look is internal. Even if you do a self examination, say, hey, no, I'm guiltless here, right? At least you did that first. At least you created the habit of doing those things first. But again, it's popular. It's popular to beat down on men and keep them downtrodden and say it's their fault. And listen, I've got another video that I'm going to do right after this, of a conversation that was born from, time after time and time again. My sister will show me her results or what she's looking at on Hinge, and I'm often sort of, my mind is blown. The conversation I had with one of my good friends just yesterday, just last night, just about these sort of things. But here it's, we have to take credence. We have to have an understanding of the effort we put into something that is going to have a very real hand in the resultant. If we're doing something for fun, we're lazy. It's just, there's no real effort that has to be put into this. I can take it or I can leave it. It's not one of those things that we should do when it comes down to another person, another person's spirit, another person's well-being around us. If you're not ready to date and you've taken time off dating and you just want to go to alleviate some sort of boredom, I urge you, stay, keep out of the dating scene. It's hard enough as it is. You can think of it as people just coming and be tourists in the dating scene. I just want to see what it was like. I want to throw my name in a hat and see what's going on. Unless you fully said out in your dating profile, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just trying to see what's happening out here. And I would argue you don't actually have to physically go on a date to make that happen. But look, if you disagree, if you got a different opinion on this thing, let me know down in the comments. You see videos on your screen right now. Take a look at those. Let me know. And of course, you listen to my voice and you're here, hopefully more than just for fun. I think you should drop a little subscription. I'll see you in the next one.